Lately I've been reading I'm the Grim Reaper. I've known about it for a while. I actually read the first episode when it came out, but I never read it again, until recently, when I went on a search to read new things. And I must say, I'm the Grim Reaper was honestly an amazing choice to check it out. Aside from the entertainment aspect of the story, it brings into account attributes that you don't normally think about when you read a story purely for entertainment. Thoughts always pass your mind. Oh my god, what's gonna happen next? I can't wait for the next chapter, and so on. But besides the whole aspect of entertainment, this webtoon does an amazing job of getting the reader to truly think, thinking about how society truly is, what divides right from wrong, the logic behind doing something bad, and the biggest question, does doing something wrong automatically make you a bad person? It brings to terms the rules we've been learning since we were children. And for those of you who went to religious schools, the thought of if sins can be forgiven or justified. I'm the Grim Reaper is about a nameless girl who's sent to hell. She later calls herself Scarlet, so we'll also call her that. Scarlet is sent to hell, and Satan judges her, telling her that she's been sent to the Ninth Circle for the worst of sinners. The issue is, Scarlet has no recollection of what she's done, nor who she is. Satan then gives her a choice. Either go to the Ninth Circle, or become a Grim Reaper. Your job being to kill sinners. Scarlet makes her choice after experiencing the Ninth Circle, deciding to become the Grim Reaper, also taking this as a chance to find out who she really was. On her first day of the job, she's told sinners will have an X mark on their body in order to point them out. Scarlet, when finally back on Earth, meets a man with an X mark, but even though he's a quote-unquote sinner, he seems like a really nice guy. Spending the day with him, she eventually decides to let him go, until she finds out the truth. He's actually a serial killer, and his true goal was to kill Scarlet after leading her back to his apartment. This is sort of when a switch in Scarlet's mind clicks, understanding that people who have an X are sinners, and the overlying meat shell can make them look like a normal person, and they could act nice, but their true intentions are hidden until they show them. Scarlet has a quota she needs to meet every single day. She needs to reap at least one person. If she doesn't, she'll be sent back to the Ninth Circle. Every person she reaps, she sends them to hell, and finds out exactly what they did and what their punishment will be, as in, what circle will they be sent to, because the circles represent the severity of their sins. Scarlet, after reaping, understands her job, that those who have an X are sinners, but even still, she soon learns that even the pettiest things can qualify you as a sinner. She meets a detective who has an X on his body. His name is Chase. Over time, they learn more about each other, deciding to use one another to get what they want. One wanting to learn about their past, while the other wants to solve a big case and get back on the police force. As Scarlet spends her time with Chase, she wonders what he's done to be considered a sinner, because his demeanor shows someone who wants justice. The concept of the sinner mark will show the black and whites as we go further through the story. We meet a woman who hasn't done much wrong, but Scarlet reaps her because she needs to meet her quota, learning her sin was stealing snails off the plates of her customers. A very petty crime, but the underlying factor is over time it adds up to thousands of dollars. At the end of the day, this person was a thief. We soon meet another person who kills their son. Scarlet also eventually reaping her, learning that she's a murderer, but her son was also terminally ill and he was gonna die regardless. Scarlet hears out this person's life story in hell before their sentencing. Having a horrible life, forced into a marriage by her parents, neglected by them, neglected by her husband, becoming a single mother, she didn't have enough money to pay for her son after he got sick, and so forth. Killing her son was to end his suffering. After listening to this person's life story, Scarlet's mindset changes, thinking deeper into the concept of the sinner mark. This is where the whole point of making the readers think come in. When reading this story, the thoughts go through your mind thinking in reality, who deserves to go to hell? Just because someone committed a petty crime, do they deserve this sentencing? What is true justice and the fitting punishment? As you read the story, it will send you on a roller coaster of thoughts questioning what's truly right. Eventually, we will get a backstory on Chase. Learning the reason for his sinner mark is that he killed a criminal after interrogation. This man killed his wife and kidnapped his own children, putting them underwater with oxygen tanks in order to use this as leverage to get a plea deal. Chase realizes where the children are after getting some clues out of him. After getting what he needs, he pulls out his gun and shoots him right between the eyes, saying he deserves to die. Chase's superior bursts in, saying his punishment is to serve time in jail, stating no one deserves to die. But Chase's reasoning is, if they are a threat to the innocent, they deserve death. His superior saying, we are the law and are humans. We know better because we are above our primal instincts. We aren't animals. Chase ending the conversation saying, I guess I'm an animal. What would be your thoughts on the situation if you were to witness it and hear both sides? I've thought about this before when I hear in manga and anime. If you kill a murderer, you're the same as them. Or if you beat up people who beat you up, it makes you the same. In reality, there were times when the law was an eye for an eye. Yes, as a society, we've evolved above that. But at the same time, corruption is still a thing. Not everyone gets punished for what they do. People bribe and kill to escape their persecution. After reading the story, I must say, the whole concept of who decides if you're a sinner or not is truly ambiguous. On one side, there can be truly underlying reasons for what you've done and the crimes you've committed. On one hand, you could have killed in self-defense, but now that makes you a murderer. On the other hand, You could have stolen from somebody who steals from others, but at the end of the day, that makes you a theft. The concept brought up by this story of wanting to know one's past, wondering why and how I ended up as one of the worst sinners, becoming someone who reaps those who sinned, and dealing with the guilt of killing even for the smallest things because at face value this person is a sinner. This story truly is amazing, and is still going on. We can only wait for developments and see how it goes. I must say, I truly do recommend you guys read this story on Webtoons. I'm the Grim Reaper. When I read it the first time, this was a long time ago, when it was like only episode 1 was out, and I was like, this looks like a pretty nice story, but then I just like never read it again, and then I picked it up like less than a week ago, and then I pretty much like spammed reading all of it, and I truly enjoyed it, and I do hope you guys enjoy it too. So don't forget to check out the story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed my narration, all of that. Peace out.